and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. Couple housekeeping topics. One, as you heard, all meetings are recorded. Any personal conversations will be taken outside. Otherwise, I will ask you to please leave. You are given 2 different opportunities to come up and speak. We'll have you come to the podium, state your name for the record. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump on in. We do have a quorum. However, Rebecca is out for on family stuff, so I would entertain a motion for her excusal.
I'll make a motion to excuse Rebecca.
Second it. Moved by Eric and seconded by Jamie. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Rebecca is excused. So we'll go ahead and call for other business.
Is that my call? Yes, I would like to add to the agenda a discussion on filling the vacant council member position after the election.
Okay. So we will add that on under other business. Nobody else has anything else for other business tonight? All right, so then I would call or entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
My motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Second that motion.
Been moved by Jamie and seconded by Kathy. Any discussion?
I actually, in the minutes, I did ask about adding the sewer inspection fee to this year's budget.
Okay. Note that in there?
You wanna add to the minutes?
Yeah. Great. Yep, if nobody else has anything, I will go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. So we will move on down to department reports. Since it is mid-month, we do not have PD or Public Works, but we will at City Hall.
Yeah, I don't really have anything, just reminding people that our public hearing is Wednesday for our comp plan. There's a bunch of recycling events happening. I will get them loaded on our website, but they're all free. You can drop off your paint. So it's Centralia, Napavine, Winlock are all having events. And they're open to everyone in Lewis County. So I will, yes.
Are they doing pesticides as well, or herbicides, anything of that sort?
I think at ours they normally had, but
No, they're doing like freezers, fluorescent lights, antifreeze, cooking oil. But there's a lot of information in here, so I'll add it. I mean, and I'll put it on the front bulletin board too, so it's not all that. Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, the signs, so the city's also gone around, there's no political signs in the right of ways. From the research that I've done, it seems like we can have the signs out in front of businesses 30 days before elections and up to 7 days after elections in front of the businesses. Residents, you guys can have signs in your yard. I am bringing the sign conversation to the next council meeting because I know it was a discussion that we had early last year, and it never really went any further. So yeah, that's all I got for that.
anybody have anything for Rachel? All right, so we'll go ahead then and jump down into council reports. Only thing I really have to note is that we do have the workshop on the 22nd at 4 p.m. So next Monday. Tony?
I have signed up for that public assistance preliminary damage assessment training sent by DEM. So I'll be attending that.
What is it?
The public assistance slash preliminary damage assessment training for 2025. That came in from Department of Emergency Management.
Yeah, John and I will be there too. Eric?
I did a little spreadsheet work, which I guess you're gonna hear a lot of as we get into budgeting, and had a nice walk for walk in the park. Dan and I had a good 5 laps. That's it.
Kathy?
Just wanted to mention the paint job and getting all ready to new business area next to the library garbage fund.
Yeah.
It's looking, Chris and Curtis, I believe, owners there, that space. It's a good thing. Looks good.
Nothing, looking forward to the budget workshop.
Right. So no committee reports this evening. We do not have any public hearing tonight, no special presentations. Any public comment on our agenda items? Okay. So with that, we will jump down. So we do not have any new business tonight. We have no unfinished business, but we do have a couple other business items. The first one up is the request from Darren Fry about the Jersey barriers on Pacific. I did, since that is outside city limits, I reached out to the county. I sent them another email and broached the topic again. If I do not hear back from them by Wednesday, I will be taking a trip up to the county building myself. I'm like, there's not much we can do, but it needs to be rectified, because if people come down there, there's nowhere for them to go. They can't turn around. It needs to be done. So if the county won't respond to emails, then I will just go visit them myself. Does anybody?
Can I speak on that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, one
Can
problem.
you come up to the podium?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, and state your name. Sorry.
Which side you want me on, this side or side?
Yeah.
Darren Fry, one thing about that is navigation, half the time, if you plug in a local residence, say down by where I live, it'll direct you down that road, and if you're not a local, you wouldn't know that, and I see it all the time, people trying to do a 10-point turnaround down there. Delivery drivers trying to do a 10-point turnaround, it's incredibly dangerous for people that walk that, ride their bikes, walk their dogs, all that stuff, and we're doggone lucky people aren't dumping garbage down there illegally.
Yeah.
I think we're for it. It's just
Yes,
we can't be
definitely.
putting stuff on county property. So I think we're for it.
Yes,
Okay.
most definitely.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, excellent, yeah, because that car that went through there, a couple of years ago, that could have been really ugly and devastating.
Yeah, that's why if I don't hear back from them, I will be up at the courthouse.
Okay. Did you want to hear about the blackberries, or you want to sit down first?
Well,
I'm still on this topic.
Okay.
I wanted to throw something in there.
okay, I'll come back to you.
These searches on your phones and stuff are not controlled by the city. They're not controlled by the state. They are controlled by whoever puts out the apps. So you have to take that into mind when you're following these apps, that you may not get directly to where you want to be by using these apps.
And I think you can also
Yeah.
you can also request corrections. So
Through
if
Google.
enough people did that to Google, that
She
might.
can, but again, if we have the
It's still
barriers
on
there,
there.
it stops the problem altogether. So if the
Exactly.
county will put those barriers there, then they won't go down there and get stuck in a pickle.
Or put up a sign, dead end. You know?
There are 2 signs up
Yeah.
there right now, but they are piss poor, because you cannot hardly read them, and if you're going 25 or 30, or you're driving at nighttime, you will not see them. It's pitch black down there.
And again, that's what county?
It's county.
County, so you need to reach out to the county also, as Sherry is doing.
What email are you sending it to?
Let me double check. Can I give you that?
Yeah.
Can I give you that after the meeting?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
I can give you the email.
Okay. I appreciate it. All right. And then, so the other topic for other business this evening is what Jamie wants to discuss about the council seat that nobody had actually ran for. So,
So my question is, what are our requirements in order to fill this position? What is your commitment to staying here? Are we gonna have the county come in and appoint one for us?
No, we have 90 days to appoint someone.
like we did.
And if we,
when-
and if we fail to, then the county comes in.
Right, but
Because we're not doing our jobs.
But as far as I can tell, we've done nothing yet, and we know there's gonna be a vacancy.
Can't do anything till it's vacant on the first meeting of January. I mean, we could have somebody lined up if they wanted to. Depends on.
Would we like to ask the councilwoman who sits in the seat?
I think when I was put on the spot before, I think I ended up saying I will do that until I'm not able to any longer, which will be maybe next summer. That's best I can, I'm not a fan though of starting something that I can't finish. So that doesn't sit very well with me, but I understand that it's hard to fill. Maybe if you guys want to try and find somebody. And somebody jumps up. That would be all right too.
I don't think we're allowed to look for people, yeah.
No,
So
you have to wait
there's-
until-
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
time comes.
Yeah, so if there's not enough write-ins, basically the vacancy occurs after the election. If no one is elected to that seat, meaning no successful write-in, the seat is declared vacant once the term begins January, the following election. Mayor and council appoint process, so there's a process for that, and then we have 90 days before the county would step in, like kind of how Sherry was saying. The mayor can recommend somebody, but council as a body must vote to appoint. And then there's a whole RCW.
And this is a lot of,
Honest.
it'll be the same process that we went through when, council member Morgan left and we had to fill the seat. So it'll be the same kind of thing,
Right,
but we
but
can't do it.
to my point, if we appoint Tani and then she knows she's gonna be gone in the summer, why would we even go through that process?
Well, and that's why, once the first of the year comes, we'll be able to actually tackle which direction to go, but we can't do anything or do any action on it until such time
Until
as
the
her
election.
term is up.
Well, just having this conversation was helpful.
Yeah.
Cause it was not this
Yeah.
in-depth when we
Before.
talked about it before.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any input on that before we move on? No. All right, so we will jump down to public input on anything.
Hi, I'm Lance Calstoy, live down right next to the waste treatment plant, and that's kind of what the subject is. I've lived there for about 3 years, and to begin with, I'm not pointing any fingers or anything, but when there was a change of employees down there, it seems to correlate with the smell has gotten really, really bad. Occasionally, before you would get a whiff once in a while, but now you'll have steady windows of hours of it really smelling bad. And the other day, it was early in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and it was real sulfuric and strong, and it's getting in the house. And I just wanted to bring that up, so maybe we could look at a way of identifying it and addressing it. I don't know if it's meters or a way to monitor that, but it's definitely bad.
Okay.
And increase in loads and.
Yes.
Just wanted to bring that up and get it on the radar.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. I'll reach out and meet with Public Works on Wednesday
Okay,
and see if we can figure out
yeah, I
what's.
mentioned it, and I talked to them too.
Uh-huh,
And again, anyway, it's something that I don't know if the process has changed or chemicals have changed
something's a
or
little,
increased flow, I don't.
John runs the plant. He hasn't changed, so he's our certified plant guy, so
Right.
if we have him, yeah, that definitely.
yeah, I'll chat with them
Yeah,
on
I've
Wednesday and
chatted.
see. Okay.
But it's getting. bad.
Worse. Okay. But
Thank
thank you for bringing that
Thanks,
to
Liz.
us.
I wondered if we have a processing plant move in because the
It's been-
smell has gotten really offensive on a regular basis.
I'll check in with them and see if there's anything that has shifted, anything that we need to make changes on, or anything that John knows of that can maybe get rid of some of the smell there. Okay.
I wanted to thank Clerk Campbell.
Yes.
I made the change as well, finally. Specifically for the ordinance conversations, part of it is you guys probably want to schedule an executive with Buzzard at some point, because it's just really good, just very ambiguous right now. And then also the comp plan comments will talk, I appreciate you for that. Wanted to thank Elizabeth and the park board specifically for the walk. I got a really cool photo of Eric and Dan with like a quote on the side, and it was cool. Chief Valentine appeared out of nowhere and handled an issue in my alleyway last week. I didn't know what it was. It was something I was involved with, but he was just there handling something. So I thank him for that. And then Mayor Spencer reached out about some concerns all weekend. And then to your point about filling Connie's seat, if anybody is inspired to run as a write-in, I need 3 write-ins in the current cycle to be filling that seat.
Are you running?
I'm not mad. That's all.
Thank you. It's not good.
Darren Fry again. I want to talk to the blackberries I had on the agenda.
Yes.
So Pacific Street, Pacific Avenue, whichever it is, all the way from the corner leading up to it, the city's not, holding up their end of the bargain, doing due diligence in controlling them. Such as noxious weed, which is a big problem with the county, and the county can enforce that. You would think the city should be able to enforce it. My 82-year-old neighbor has been taking care of that for years, and I think he's to the point where he started to spend his own funds on it in his own time, and how long is he gonna be able to do it for the city? It's kind of embarrassing that he's doing that for the city, and I think the city needs to do a better job at that. And I know there's been past talk about the looks of people's properties in town. And I think I've heard you guys have written letters and stuff, so you just talk about noxious weeds there, you can drive right just past Donna's there. And LaGray Grove used to live in that house there, whoever owns it now. And whoever visits that restaurant, Donna's place, you drive right that next intersection, you look at 6 feet tall noxious weeds right there, it's like a crop of it. And that's embarrassing. You'd think the city would jump on top of that, on top of their own noxious weed control.
And are we talking the area like right at the V, or are we talking further back by the Jersey barriers?
Starting at the V and on its way back, yes.
Because I know part of that is privately owned as well, and part of it is city owned and part of it is county owned. So I will definitely look into it and get with the public works guys.
Okay,
And see what we can do about getting them cleared out of there,
absolutely.
and see, I might hire a goat or 2.
Okay, that would be excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On that note, it's really nice to work they have down on the boat. They'll all clean up. Swap.
I will definitely pass that on to them. I know that they have definitely took ownership of that this year for sure.
Yeah,
So.
looks good. Lots of good.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything? All right, moving on. So no executive session this evening. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Then moved by Eric and seconded by Janie. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, meeting adjourned.